It's the People Station, V103, the ATL's #1 for hip-hop, R&B, and throwbacks. Big Tigger Morning Show with Jazzy McBee. I'm Frank Ski sitting in for Big Tigger, and we got somebody very special here.
Yes, we do.
So we would just want to let you know, Atlanta, we've been talking about this for a couple weeks now, myself and Jazzy McBee, because we've been hearing all kinds of names floating around about who was going to be the next governor of this great state of Georgia. And Jazzy McBee and I were sitting there saying, you know, one name we haven't heard yet was probably the most popular African-American in the state, the person that has the experience and has the knowledge and the know-how and the support across the aisles. We haven't heard from him.
We haven't heard from him. He's been silent.
Yeah, so, you know, yesterday I picked up the phone. I said, homie. I call him my homie. I said, homie, what we about to do? I said, you got to come on the air. He said, I don't know. I said, come on the air.
Okay.
All right, Atlanta, the one and only Michael Thurmond is here. Come on now. Come on now.
Listen.
You're home. You're family. This is family.
First of all, I'm so honored to be with the legendary Frank Ski.
Come on.
I mean, really, thank you so much for what you've done for urban radio all across this nation.
Thank you.
A living legend. And my homegirl.
Okay.
The Cavs' very own. It's always great indicator because of Jazzy
I
B.
know that's right.
There you
I
go.
know that's right.
How about that?
Look. I'll take it.
No, we love her. Valdosta State.
Thank
Born and
you.
raised in the Cavs. So we're so proud of both of you all.
Thank you.
And I'm delighted to be here.
Thank you.
So let me
Absolutely.
just tell everybody, you have such a wealth of experience. Not only did you win DeKalb as the CEO in a landslide victory to become the CEO in one of the most diverse counties in the southeast of the whole country. You know, restoring trust in county government, which was a problem, balanced the budget. You helped out with the water bills when people were going crazy.
Yes.
The summer youth program was big. Employee compensation went up. The sewer consent agreement was a big deal. These are the things that people don't normally talk about that falls under your job. But not only that, you bring a great deal of wealth and experience from the Georgia General Assembly as the first African-American elected to a statewide office without a prior appointment. You turned around so much when you were there, from the Division of Family and Children's Services to the Georgia Department of Labor and DeKalb County School District, and as a superintendent of the schools. You know so much. You know, it just would make sense. You know, so, you know, I'm just here to tell you it would make sense. What you say, Jazzy?
I mean, I'm saying what you're saying, and I've been saying this, so it makes sense. So, but what do you have to say about it?
First of all, I'm just so thrilled and humbled, really, that you and so many others have reached out and encouraged me. What I've done over the last really year and a half, I've been on a listening tour.
Okay.
You know, politicians talk a lot, but they rarely listen. And I meet politicians, and you have too, say, I'm going to run for this. What I wanted to hear from were the people of Georgia. And people of Georgia inside 285, but especially those who live in the farther regions of our state. And it's been an amazing journey for me personally, just to hear directly from people as to what is most important to them. We were in Valdosta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this past weekend at Valdosta State. I spent 2 days in Valdosta.
Nice.
That community is recovering from 2 hurricanes.
2, yes.
2 hurricanes. It was Adalia and then Helene. People are in major distress and crisis.
Yeah, they are. You
know that.
Yeah, because I just went down there for homecoming, and there were still trees everywhere. And, you know, again, I've gone to school down there, Valdosta State University, and it was just a mess just to see it that way. So, yeah, they're still recovering.
I talked to a lady, been living in a car, people with not enough food, nowhere to live. And it's beyond most of us knowledge or
we don't even know.
We don't even know.
Yeah.
We don't even know right here. And there's a swath of destruction from Valdosta to Augusta that has not been addressed. So those are the things I've learned. I also learned that regular folk are concerned about how they're going to pay for the groceries,
Absolutely.
the rent. And
Absolutely.
even here in the Atlanta area, I've been talking to young millennials who are paying $2,500 plus for rent per month.
Yeah, and that's meant for like a 1-bedroom.
A 1-bedroom. Frank, it's the American
ridiculous.
dream is slipping away.
It is.
Yeah.
And the state of Georgia has an obligation, a duty to stand in the gap, especially when Trump and the Republicans are pulling back. It's time for the state of Georgia to step up.
So let me ask you this. Many names have been, putting their names in the hat to be the new governor of the state of Georgia. There's never been a black governor. You've been in state government. Could there be a black governor in the state of Georgia?
There is a path to victory in 2026.
Okay.
Now, it's a narrow path. There's not been a black governor, not in Georgia, not in any southern state. We're getting ready to celebrate the 250th anniversary of this country. So what I've said to people that before we can elect the first black governor, we got to first change the course of history. That comes first. And so, yes, it's a narrow path, but the Bible teaches me that we should always follow the narrow path. The wide path leads to destruction. It's the narrow path that will lead you to salvation, and in this case, victory.
I know that's right. And all things are possible. Hello?
All things are possible.
So I got one major question. I know you've been around the state talking to people, talking to politicians. There's a narrow path, but there's only one obstacle that can fall in your way. I want to know who the leader of your house, what she says. What does wifey say about this move?
She says that this is who you are. This was the man I married. See, one of the things I say to my sisters is that you marry the man, you fall in love with the man that he is. And sometimes you think you can change him, but in the heart, you really can't.
Can't change it.
Okay, yeah.
And what about your daughter?
Yeah.
All in.
Everybody's supportive.
Everybody's supportive. We just have to, you have to be patient and persistent in life. I found that out. For Michael Thurmond to be sitting here with Frank Ski and Jazzy B in Atlanta on V103, the big one.
Yeah.
Starting where I started and to be here today. See, I've already claimed the victory in life. I've already claimed it.
Okay.
Just the fact that you put me in the discussion about being the next governor of Georgia is a huge victory for a young black boy who grew up with basically nothing, right, in rural Georgia, and somehow ended up at this august and distinguished point. So I'm celebrating. I'm just, every day I'm at peace, Frank. You know how it is. You're ambitious. Are we all ambitious, right?
Yeah.
But you get to a point in life where you have to be at peace with yourself.
Yeah.
And even when other people are losing their mind, why is this? What is that? You got to be at peace with you and the Lord. I'm where I need to be right now.
I know that's right.
How's your relationship with Stacey Abrams?
Oh, it's good. We're not close friends, but Stacey's done a lot for this state. Let's just call it for what it is.
Yeah.
And oftentimes when you're trying to be the first, that journey is always tough.
Yeah.
It really is. I've been the first in a lot of things.
Yeah.
And the first person through, the first black person, there's a huge burden you have to carry.
Oh, man.
And sometimes it's like in football, the pulling guard doesn't get the credit.
Yeah.
It's the halfback with the ball. It's Bijan Robinson. We cheer him.
Yeah.
But it's that lineman that opened up the hole.
Yeah.
So sometimes the first person through is the one who makes the way for the next person to travel.
Okay.
So we celebrate Stacey Abrams and all the she-rolls and he-rolls and the politicians. Look, this is what I told a group of consultants. Does anybody think that I'm the first black man to be qualified enough to be the governor of Georgia? No. No. Or to any of us who are running now. That meant that for decades and generations, the opportunity was not presented.
Okay. But the door is open now.
But the door is open there if we are worthy of the moment.
Okay.
We have to be worthy of this moment, not just as a politician, but as a people.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes God speaks to us and we can't hear him.
Yeah.
He's been speaking to America, and particularly the black people, but we don't hear it. And we looking for the word, but we got the word. Let me tell you, you started your day with the word. Boots on the ground. We think it's a line dance, but it's more than that. It's a word that if you have kids in school now, when they're pulling back federal aid, you got to have boots on the ground in 2 weeks in your school and in your school district for your child. If you have seniors who are in nursing homes, now that we're cutting Medicaid, you got to put boots on the ground.
That's me. I'm telling you.
Is that you?
My grandfather, he's in a senior community right now.
Yes.
So I'm still looking at it very, very closely. And so, like I said, all these things affect everybody in all different ways.
Yeah.
But yes, specifically that.
Yeah, if you get in SNAP, food stamps, you're getting ready to lose 30% of your food stamps. It has to be boots on Georgia ground. And boots on the ground is a military term that became a humanitarian term, is you got to be present.
That's right.
In your community, in your church,
at
your sorority, in your fraternity. You have to be present. So the call to action from Michael Thurmond is boots on Georgia ground.
Okay.
I like.
Okay. Last question.
Be a slogan now.
Last question. A lot of people liked Governor Brian Kemp. They like him. They thought he did a great job in the state. How's your relationship with him? I know you worked with him for a long time.
Well, we attended the same high school. He's a little younger than I am, right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he's from Athens. I'm from Athens, right? I like him. I don't like some of the decisions he's made.
Absolutely.
Right?
And that's fair.
Yeah, I like him as a person, but I do not like his policies. I don't like the fact that Georgia kept $2 billion worth of pandemic aid and allowed people to go hungry, allowed people not to have their rent paid, allowed people to lose homes and cars and not get access to health care. I don't like that. I don't dislike him. I don't like that decision. And look, we have to now stand in the gap. One of the things, you know what people are confused about?
What's that?
Because Trump and the Republicans cut SNAP and cut Medicaid and cut housing assistance, doesn't mean that Georgia has to cut it.
Oh.
Okay.
Georgia can restore every dime that's been taken in Washington.
Really?
Yes.
See?
Okay.
Frank's sitting with his mouth wide open like,
okay.
I'm all over Georgia. People think the fight is over. The fight is just beginning.
Okay.
It just, sometimes you have to retreat and recalibrate. You've been in life. Things don't always happen.
Don't always happen when you want.
Right?
That's right.
Sometimes you have to just retreat, recalibrate, and come back bigger and stronger. Set back, set up.
Okay.
Now, I know you said a lot of motivational messages that I'm taking into account, but how do you reach the masses who are like political fatigue, if I would say? Because again, a lot of people showed out voting. Now of course elections coming up again. How do we continue to encourage them to show up at the polls?
That is the critical question.
That's right.
You just asked that question. First of all, it's all about communication. Nothing, no entity, institution communicates more directly or effectively than urban radio.
Okay.
Black radio. That's it. You got the heart and the soul and the spirit.
Yeah.
And I'm a big supporter of radio and black radio.
Yep.
So it has to come through here out to the people. People who may not pay not one word I say any attention. If Frank says it, Jazzy says it, all of a sudden it's compelling. And particularly to younger generation. And we got to understand this. Listen, we've been through so much
My gosh.
as a people, but we never lost hope.
Right.
See, so I'm like, how dare us, just because of Trump, lose hope? We didn't lose hope during a century of segregation, didn't lose hope during 400 years of enslavement, didn't lose hope in the bowels of the slave ships. So why in the heck would we lose hope now? What is wrong with us? We got to put your boots on the ground and get back into the fight, because the fight is not over. The opposition doesn't win until you give up.
Okay. All right. There it is. All right, Michael Thurmond.
Listen,
I think we could do it. There's a path to it.
I know. I mean, he's
a narrow path.
A narrow path, but we can do it because, like you said, all things are possible.
So let's say it.
Yeah.
Michael Thurmond for governor, state of Georgia.
I got my boots on Georgia
Wait a
ground.
minute. We need
I put my boots on Georgia ground.
Wait a minute. So can we make it clear? Can you actually say what's about to happen?
Let God play it out. Let him. I'm putting myself in his will.
Okay.
See, I spent my whole life thinking I was in control of everything, right? I'm in control of the next, and I'm positioning myself and putting myself here. Now I've reached a point in my life where I know I'm really not in control of this. Sometimes you got to let go. Just
let
to
God.
And let God.
Yep.
In order for you to receive your true blessing.
All right, let's
Got
get
it.
it. Michael Thurmond got his boots on the ground in
boots on
Georgia.
the ground.
It's the People's Station, V103. Thank you for coming in, bro.
Love you all.
We love you.